Shalom Israel is Asher Jacob Israel, and today I'll be talking regarding the topic the 12 tribes chart versus the one tribes chart. It's very controversial regarding both charts, but today I will talk regarding which one's more accurate, which one's more useful as a tool to go along with other evidence and sources that we have in our disposal. And I'm talking regarding both the pros and cons. Regarding the 12 tribes chart, the pros is it does go more along with the Bible saying regarding not just skin color and physical features, but also like the prophecies, the courses, and the events. Because other nations are gonna fulfill some of those too, but it's just not regarding fulfilling some of them. You gotta fulfill the whole thing, just like the Messiah. Christ fulfilled the entire prophecies of the Messiah, just not few. And the cons that I kind of agree with the 12 tribes chart is that it only mentions like Black Latinos, Black Caribbeans, Black Americans, Native Americans, Latino Native Americans, and Latino Caribbeans, and it doesn't acknowledge the Israelites scattered around the world, and even I myself agree that's a difficulty of the 12 tribes chart, but I think overall is it has more stuff to work with than the one tribes chart, and I think some people get a misconception that the 12 tribes chart is if you're born in this country, you're automatically an Israelite, or you're born in this country, you're automatically from that tribe, which that's not necessarily true, but you can use that as a source to point to most likely you're from that tribe, because people do travel to country, and there are other nations that do travel to those countries and have children. So I think there's a misconception of people think automatically we use the 12 tribes chart. That's what we're saying, which is not true. But the 12 tribes chart is more reliable as a tool to use with the other evidence that we have in our disposal. As far as the one tribe chart goes, is used as all the Israelites are all black all the time, every minute, every second, every hour, every week, every month, every birth, which is not true, and it's very biased. It comes with a lot of emotions. It comes from a Afrocentric point of view, or not Egyptology point of view, that must be black all the time. And this is not gonna be a video debating regarding or the forefathers of the people in the Bible were black, as far like the Israelites lineage, because we know they were black, they were dark skinned, but that doesn't mean that everybody that they couldn't have albino children, and which in the Bible does mention that there are some albino children from pretty much every nation except Esau, which they were born albinos already. But I'll give you an example. Like Solomon had 500 children, but they're from women of different nations. To say that all his children came out looking black is very being biased, because you have an agenda just to be black all the time, which is nothing wrong, but it's very inaccurate. And that's not how genetics work. Because a black man can find a white wife. You tell me that all his children are gonna come out looking black? No, some of them are gonna come looking like white, blonde hair, red hair, blue eyes, green eyes. It's just how genetics work. And some things that they use to say that all Latinos are not Israelites, all Israelites are black all the time, is Jeremiah 13:23. And they say, well, can a utopian change his skin? Can a leper change his spot? But when you read the entire verse, that's not what it's saying. It's asking you two questions, not making two statements. One is saying, can a utopian change his skin? And the answer is obviously yes. They have albino babies. They have white babies, white skin. And can a leper change his spots? And they can't, because no two lepers have the same spots pattern. So when you read those two questions, and you read the end of the verse, which says, "You who are accustomed to do evil, you can also do good." So it's asking, can a utopian change his skin? Yes. Can a leopard change his spots? Yes. So if they can do that, you doing evil so often, you can also change to do good, and that's Jeremiah 13:23. So a lot of people don't read the entire verse; they just read one section of the verse and just go along with it, which is it can cause more harm than good. Because the Bible says read precept upon precept, line upon line. Verse here, verse there, little here, little over there. So to get the full answer, crisscrossing Old Testament, New Testament, New Testament, Old Testament, or and Apocrypha. So and yeah, and there's another reason why they say Latinos are not Israelites, because they say we're Spaniards, baby. But that makes no sense, because if Latinos were conquered by the Spaniards, the Portuguese, the British, and the Italians, black folks were also conquered by the Spanish, the Portuguese, the British, the English, the French, the Italians. So throwing something in our face when the same thing happened to you is like, yes, our females were raped, but your females were raped too. But the Messiah said that he would keep a portion to himself. So we will not die, we will not become extinct. So there's a lot of stuff that there's certain people from certain kingdom tribe that don't believe we're rich, like throw at us. That's like, wait a minute, that the same thing could be thrown back at you. So it makes no sense. It's like you can pick 1,000 black men from each country around the world, and just by looks alone, remember that Africans, they're Hamites and they're black. You would tell me if we got 1,000 black men from across the world that and put them in a line, that but just looks alone, you would tell me who's an Israelite, who's not. No, you wouldn't be able to, just not by looks alone. You had to go through the forefather, the lineage. Sometimes it's hard to know somebody's father's lineage, but that's why the Bible gives the curses, the events, and the prophecies, so you can have more to work with than just looks alone. So, and even in Hollywood, I mean, you can go by Hollywood alone. There are white celebrities that have a black father, and there are black celebrities that have a white father. So, or even an Arab father or an Asian father, and just going by looks alone, and that's just inaccurate, and you can fall into biased emotions, and yeah. So in my opinion, from my research, the 12 tribe chart is incomplete, but is more useful tool to realize, inform yourself who the Israelites are, than just the one tribe's chart, which is just, well, if you're black, you're automatically an Israelite. No buts if about it. And it just very biased, emotional, you know, feelings that the source that it comes from, and and I'm done my research enough where I know what the truth is, and I do believe we can make the 12 tribes chart a lot better than it is, because it does exclude other Israelites that are scattered around the world. I mean, there are going to be Israelites that look white. There are going to Israelites that look Arabs. There are going to be Israelites regarding they're going to look Asian in like other nations. So some people don't like that because I don't know. You know, I would say the Most High is not racist, but he's a nationalist. Most High doesn't care, what you look like, as long as you're from that lineage of the people he chose. Because throughout mixing throughout generations, the Israelites are gonna look like other people. So and uh, so if someone's an Israelite who doesn't look like me, doesn't look black, whatever, I'm still gonna love him because he's an Israelite. Regardless how the person looks like, as long as the forefathers from the lineage of Jacob and Isaac and Abraham. And yeah, but so the 12 tribes chart is more accurate, more useful, while the one tribes chart is more emotional and more biased, and make no sense, to be honest. It just comes with a lot of emotions. They come with a lot of emotions, and and that's not to say that 'cause they'll say, oh, Latinos hate blacks. I'm like, listen, I'll admit it. There's some Latinos that are racist towards blacks, but you gotta tell me there's not blacks that are not racist towards Latinos. Because even in the Bible, we went at each other. Northern Kingdom went at a Southern Kingdom went at a Northern Kingdom, and that's one thing people don't take into account. You know, we we went at each other many often throughout the Bible. Even putting Israelites as slaves. So hopefully a lot of people put their emotions behind, their bias behind. And just say, if you're an Israelite, you're an Israelite. If we unite, it'd be a lot better. Life would become a lot more easier. And And Most High's gonna send Christ for the elect. So, no, at the end of the day, no Israelites are gonna be saved. So, but I know who's who, and I've done my research, and I continue to do research. But this topic is was the 12 tribes chart versus the one tribe chart, and definitely the 12 tribe chart is more reliable as a tool using the other evidence that we have in our disposal. Having said that, Shalom Israel.